2 or 3 years, I figured out the formula was on my day off, or a good Saturday with nothing to do, wake up early. Go run all your errands. Make sure your tires rotated. Make sure you've been to the grocery store. Clean your whole house. You got to do all that by about 9:30 or 10. You got to wake up real early. So then at 10 o'clock, I cook a breakfast of champions. You hear me? Scrambled eggs and sausage patties and cinnamon rolls, a little fruit. I cook that, and then I would turn on one of my favorite movies, like The 5 Heartbeats. And right about 30 minutes in, before they get their first record deal from Big Red, satisfaction was set in, and I could finally nap. I had found the formula for napping. Well, friends, David is telling us there is no formula for resting in God. All you got to do is stay in His presence. In His presence, you'll find the fullness of joy. At His right hand are pleasures evermore. David is saying there is satisfaction in His presence. See, it's in the presence of the Lord that we find encouragement and are uplifted for this life. Troubles are on every hand. When we decide and sign up to walk with Jesus, we don't sign away troubles. We ask God for more. What we do is put a target on ourselves and say, I am no longer like the world, but target me because I am now not of this world. And I'm being transformed by the renewing of my mind. So troubles run towards us as a believer. And so David is saying troubles will come, but you stay in His presence. God gives us encouragement in times of trouble. And see, when we stay in His presence and He is the focus, we take focus off the problem. We put focus on the problem solver. We take focus off the trouble, and we put focus on the person who can relieve us from trouble. So not only is there satisfaction in His presence, but there is security in His provision. There is security in His provisions. What I like about David is David spells it out for us, for those of us who, like me, who have a hard time just reading it straight. I need it straight. And so David gives to us in verse 7 and 8 4 ways that we have security in God's presence. The first one is, he says, because you are my help, I find security in your provision. Then he says, I will sing in the shadow of your wings. That's the second one. The third one is, my soul clings to you. And the fourth one is, your right hand upholds me. 4 ways there's security in God's presence. Let me help you with them. Because you are my help is the first one. What does that look like? What does it look like for God to help us? Psalms 46 and 1 says, God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in the time of trouble. Well, what does that look like in my life, brother preacher? That looks like God is the superhero who shows up with his cape every time you get in trouble and says, I'm here, and I'm here to save the day. He is our very present help in trouble. Then David says, I will sing under the shadow of your wings. Psalms 91 and 1 says that he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High will rest under the shadow of the Almighty, or under the wings of the Almighty. Well, what image does that give us? That gives us the image of a parent bird, a mama or daddy bird who sees bad weather coming, stretches out his feathers, collects its young baby bird close, and lets him rest right there underneath his wing. And see, right there, that baby bird not only knows it's secure from the elements, but it feels the warmth of its mama or daddy. That's what God does for us when he says we can sing in his shadow. He stretches out his arms from heaven, wraps us close so that we can feel and know that he is there in time of need. And then he says, I'll make you so secure you can sing about it. That's what God does. Anybody ever been wrapped close enough to feel it? Then in verse 8, it says, my soul clings to you. This word clings is either clings in your Bible or cleaves. And it means to split and then to join. Well, I know you like me, that was confusing at first. How do you split something and then join it? Well, the first time we see this word cleave or cling is in Genesis 2 and 24. And it says, this is the reason why a man shall leave